Picture this, mate. You finally start getting your money together. Every week after payday, you move maybe $100, $200 into your savings account. You stop wasting cash on random stuff, skip a few late night food deliveries, maybe even say no to a couple nights out. And honestly, it feels good. You feel responsible, like you're finally becoming one of those people who actually has their life sorted. But then one day, you open your banking app and notice something weird. You've got maybe 10 grand sitting there. And after an entire year, the bank paid you enough interest to buy, what? A couple coffees and maybe a sandwich? Meanwhile, everything around you keeps getting more expensive. Rent, fuel, groceries, literally everything. And then you start hearing people talk about investing, ETFs, shares, compound growth, passive income. And suddenly this thought hits you. Wait, am I doing this money thing completely wrong? Because saving money sounds smart. Everyone tells you to save money. But what if saving alone is actually keeping people stuck financially for years? And trust me, this is where a lot of people get trapped, especially in their 20s and 30s. They save money, but nobody explains how to move from saving to actually growing wealth without feeling like they're gambling their future away. So in this video, I'm gonna break it down like I'm talking to a mate. No complicated finance rubbish, no fake millionaire motivation, just the simple step-by-step path to go from saving money to making your money actually work for you. By the way, I'm RV. If you're trying to get smarter with money without all the boring finance talk, hit subscribe, and let's get into this. Now here's something most people don't want to hear. Saving money alone will probably never make you wealthy. Now calm down. Saving is important. Very important. If you're already saving consistently, you're ahead of heaps of people already. But here's the difference nobody explains properly. Savings protect your money. Investments grow your money. Two completely different jobs. Think about it like this. Imagine you leave 20 grand sitting in a savings account. Cool. Safe. Nothing wrong with that. But after inflation, taxes, rising living costs, your money's barely moving forward. Now compare that to investing that same money over a long period. And this is where it gets interesting. The difference in the beginning doesn't even look that crazy. That's why most people ignore it. But over 10, 15, 20 years, mate, the gap becomes massive. Same starting money, completely different outcome. And here's the scary part. The biggest financial gap usually isn't between rich people and poor people. It's between people who only save and people who learn how to invest. But here's the problem. Investing feels scary at first. Saving feels safe because you can see the money sitting there. Nothing's happening to it. Investing? Some days your portfolio goes up. Some days it drops for absolutely no reason, and suddenly the news starts screaming, market crash, and everyone loses their minds. Now you might be thinking, yeah, but RV, what if I lose money? Totally fair. That's exactly why smart people don't jump into investing all at once. You do it gradually. Step 1. Build an emergency fund first. Before you even think about investing, you want at least a few months of expenses saved up. That money stays untouched. That's your backup plan for life emergencies. Because here's what most people don't realize. The reason people panic sell investments usually isn't because they're dumb. It's because life happened and they suddenly needed cash urgently. An emergency fund protects you from making emotional decisions. Step 2. Separate your money mentally. This part sounds simple, but it changes everything. You need 2 buckets. Bucket 1 is safety money. Bucket 2 is growth money. Safety money stays stable. Growth money is allowed to move around because its job is long-term growth. Once you understand that, investing becomes way less stressful emotionally. Now step 3 is where most people overcomplicate things. Start small. Seriously, you do not need thousands of dollars to start investing. That's one of the biggest myths online. You can literally start with small weekly amounts, because in the beginning, the goal isn't becoming rich overnight. The goal is building the habit. And trust me, habits change your financial life more than motivation ever will. Now this is where beginners usually mess up. They think investing needs to be exciting, so they jump straight into crypto hype, random penny stocks, day trading, all the flashy stuff social media keeps pushing. But here's what people don't realize. The most effective investing strategy is usually the boring following one: simple ETFs, index funds, consistent investing, long-term thinking. That's it. Even Warren Buffett has said multiple times that most people are better off keeping things simple instead of trying to beat the market every week. Now let me show you why consistency matters so much. Imagine someone invests just a few $100s every month. Doesn't sound life-changing, right? But over 20 years, with compound growth doing its thing, that money can grow into something seriously big. And here's the crazy part. A huge chunk of the final amount didn't come from the person working harder. It came from time. That's the power of compounding. But this is also where emotions destroy people, because the market will drop sometimes. That's normal. And every time it happens, people panic like the world is ending. But experienced investors think differently. They know downturns are temporary. In fact, when prices drop, your regular investments actually buy more shares cheaper. And this is probably the easiest way to think about the difference between saving and investing. Saving money is like keeping seeds locked in a jar. They're safe, but nothing grows. Investing is like planting those seeds in the ground. At first it looks messy, slow. Sometimes it feels like nothing's happening. But over time, that's where growth happens. Now listen, this doesn't mean throw all your money into the stock market tomorrow and hope for the best. That's not smart. This is about balance. First build stability, then build growth. That's how financially smart people actually do it. So let's quickly recap this whole thing. First, build an emergency fund. Second, separate safety money from growth money. Third, start investing small amounts consistently. Fourth, keep things simple instead of chasing hype. And fifth, give compounding enough time to work, because at the end of the day, saving money gives you peace of mind. But investing, that's what gives your future options. And once your money starts working while you sleep, everything changes. If this video helped you, subscribe, because I'm gonna keep making simple money videos without all the fake guru nonsense. And tell me in the comments, right now, are you still mainly saving money, or have you already started investing?